You drove me up there, and they locked all the doors. They wouldn't let me back in because Larry said, this isn't a hotel. He's got to leave. Right? You can't have that because people could bring drugs back in and all that. Oh, of course.
Just a bad example.
Yeah, no, it's the right structure of the house.
Wait, I drove you back
You drove me back up.
that night.
That night.
Huh.
Yeah, because I was going to try to just go back, but Larry, they wouldn't even let me back in.
Right.
So I was like, fine, you didn't have to fucking pull my arm, you know? So then we drive back to fucking North Ranch. I sleep. I told him, I'm like, dude, I'm never going back. I'm done. I'll go to another sober living and I'm done. And he's like, I don't know what you said. He
No,
tried-
no, I
think
drove
he
you
tried to
back.
talk me
No, I drove you-
No, I know, we're not there yet. So he tried to, whatever he said, he called Rob back or whatever, the house, because he was friends with them.
So why did you tell him to go back though?
Because I knew that
he knew that was what I needed. That was the right move.
You need to graduate.
And he knows the structure of the house. He's not going to be on good terms if he's the catalyst, if he's my getaway driver.
No, but it wasn't just that. Like, Troy, wait, were you the first person that I recommended to that sober living?
Probably, yeah.
Huh.
He recommended me there.
I mean, look, when you first
But
go...
can I just finish this part?
Yeah.
So it's the next day now, and I'm like, he's like, dude, okay, we'll go back and get your shit, right? Because I still had the bags and all that. And I was like, all right. I was dead set. I'm gonna walk into the house. I'm gonna get my 2 bags, and he's gonna take me, and we're gonna bounce. And we just like go into the front. Remember that front office?
And Rob.
And Larry and Rob are just sitting there. Larry wouldn't even look at me.
Really?
And then Rob's like, "What's up? Have a seat, you know, or whatever." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "I'm gonna go. I'm just here to get my bags." You know? He's like, "Pat, get out of here."
Yeah.
And I remember Pat just like, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get something for my car or something." And fucking bounced. And I'm like,
Yeah, Rob made...
and then Rob's like, "Get back in dinner." And I'm like, "Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?"
Rob convinced me to leave.
He
Yeah.
laughed. And I had no fucking car. I had no money. I have nothing.
Are you glad you stayed?
It was the only choice, and I'm 1,000% glad.
So, because there are a lot of people on the internet that are like, you know, they hear, oh, I left 3 times,
Right.
or I tried to leave,
Right.
and in their brain they go, oh, you're holding them against their will.
How can you trust? Who would you rather trust? People that have genuine experience in sobriety, AA, recovery, all these things, right? You're going to trust the person that has 45 days sober and what they think about the house or what's happening, or they want to leave or whatever? Or you're going to trust the person with a collective of 40 years of sobriety, you know? But then you have people that are like, you're holding them against their will. How the fuck are you going to rely or like believe in this 45-day-year-old person that has no fucking clue who the hell they are?
Well, they want to leave. Of course they want to leave.
Of
Every
course,
day.
you're in fucking rehab.
Right.
Who wants to be in rehab?
Well, that's alcoholism. It always tricks you back into using.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that's what I wanted to kind of say, was that nobody wants to. But the crazy
Who
part.
want to do the dishes?
Well, yeah, no, but the
Have you seen The Breakup? Remember that scene?
No, but the crazy thing about Graceland, honestly, bro, is that like everyone there like actually wants to be there, or most of
But
them.
you know what? There's gonna be ebbs and flows though. You're
Yeah,
gonna have so
yeah.
many moments. It's peaks and valleys. You're gonna have, dude. You're having moments of like insanity, and it's 10 minutes. It's like a panic attack, and then you're back to your chore. You're back to talking to a new guy, and all this stuff. I graduated.
Wow.
14 months.
Wow.
That was at 2 months, dude. I was there another year.
Wow. That went to
I was there, and they said get on the fucking table, and I had to write for the next 3 weeks. I couldn't even talk to anybody.
Wait, so how many words you get for leaving?
I don't remember. It was roughly probably like it was like probably 70 grand.
70.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've seen people get 100K. I think I got off actually relatively like a moderate amount, but I kept on my words. I probably have 500,000 words written.
Wow. And
The part I like is
was he
he was in a
he
group.
was just to get sober
Oh my
too.
God.
I was the reason that he was there.
Yeah. So how long were you
Yeah, he was
sober?
like 2 years sober.
Oh.
Billy. So I get back there, right? clearly it's an emotional thing. You have 30 guys talking shit to you, first of all.
For leaving.
Your best friend bounces. You don't fucking know where he's gone. I have no money,
No phone.
no phone. I don't have a car, no job. All I have is the house. So, like a week in, they're like, of course I have to get back to the breakfast chore. Right?
Oh, as soon as you get back there, put you right back.
Put me right back to the chores and I'm on the table writing. That's it. Done. After getting grouped, of course.
Oh my god, I don't know how you stuck it out.
So, bro, I'm fucking cooking breakfast. It's 5 a.m. After all this just happened. The bacon started. I'm cooking bacon for 30 guys. The smoke is coming everywhere. So I open up the door to try to get the fucking everything out, and our dog runs out of the house.
no.
I lose the dog.
Oh,
I lose the dog. They call a whole group meeting. I think the dog's hit by a car at this point.
Did you run after the dog?
I didn't know it left.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know the dog even left. I'm trying to do the breakfast chore as best I can at this point. So a neighbor calls the house manager, Larry, the owner of the dog, says, "I have your dog." He tells the whole house that the dog's gone. So we're tripping
Oh, on purpose.
on purpose. He had the dog. The neighbor found it
Why?
down the
What's-
because he wanted to fuck us up.
And then he told you at the end of the group or the next day or?
No, way end of the group.
But at the end of the group.
End of the group because he needed to make a point to me because I was so unaware that I didn't know I lost a dog.
Oh no.
I was so in my head and
Well, cooking 30 pounds of bacon and burning shit and all that seems like a lot to occupy one's head, you know?
yeah, but what do you think the house goes? You got so much on your plate, bro. We're gonna let you ride on this one. Or they go, you almost burned the house down with bacon and you lost our fucking dog.
Right. You don't get this.
You don't get the.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
that's
just-
life.
And you just ran.
You think life is gonna give you a break? Oh, you just missed it.
What?
Chris just told this story of when he left Liberty House. He was on the morning chore at 5 a.m. right after a 9-hour group, and he packed his bags and he was like sneaking out, and he like saw somebody in the corner eating the apple, and he was like, and he like put his bags down. And he left, and then I picked him up. I drove him back the next day, and Robert was like convinced me to leave. Robert was like, "Come here," because he came to pick up his bags, and Robert forced me to leave. So Chris was like, "Wait, where'd Pat go?" And he was stuck there. Robert's like, "Get back into dinner." And Chris was like, "Oh, it was such a good story."
So, I mean, what you were using?
No.
No, you were all fucked up.
But I wasn't like, I was just super low bottom, like within my ears. I wasn't like out on the gutter homeless, you know. But I was just so.
Well, you were taking a
I
bunch
was
of
taking a
Norkies.
lot of pills.
Yeah.
I was doing whatever I had to do. I was just really depressed, anxiety, the whole thing. And
It's just crazy that like it all started, you know, from me running into Caitlin at a show. I was DJing and she was like, "How are you?" I'm like, "I'm miserable."
Who?
Robert McInerney's younger sister.
He was the house manager.
And she's like, "Oh, Rob just."
And we went to high school with him and his sister.
I don't even know how he found this place. But yeah, it was a very structured, sober living that saved all of our lives.
It really did.
And
like
Graceland.
every little like responsibility, accountability, like these little things that I need to apply in like my daily life that I totally forget about that I learned from this place. Like I'm applying them every day and I don't even think about it. Things with my wife,
Yeah.
like little things. I'm like, you don't even know that you're learning all these things when you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, it was literally, I'm always talking about wax on, wax off.
Well, I relate
You know.
with you. I haven't been in that kind of structure, but you just pick those things up in life.
Yeah.
But you got them all in like a year.
Dude, I got a crash course. And the thing is I don't even know if these kids understand why they're writing these words.
No.
You don't understand when you're doing it. But one of the first things you need when you get sober is structure and to keep your mind busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they need to have the accountability to write these words so they're not so unaware when they get out there that next thing you know, they're smoking fentanyl without even knowing how that happened.
Yeah. You know, they're not just kids in there too. There's some older folks in there.
Dude,
now.
Johnny, bro.
What about that other dude?
Johnny's.
Yeah, but We're all kids when we get sober.
Yeah.